Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Stephen, the Jupiterian here with a video about what else other than but astrology. And I'm going to pull up a chart. Well, if I can find it. Hold on a moment. uh, Hold on. I need to find the chart first. I don't know why I didn't have it open first of all, but um, hold on. So this I'm going to talk about Mars moving into Libra, Virgo. I'm sorry, Mars moving into Virgo, and then um, because I already did Venus in air in Taurus, and then Mars is moving into Virgo on the 16th, I think, or the 17th. Yeah, actually, well, later in the day, evening, later in the hmm. All right, let me see this. Hold on. All right, we have a little creature here. Yep. I actually created that one. So yeah. And let's see. Okay, now we can share the screen. Here we go. All right. Now, Mars is at 29 degrees of Leo on June 16th. We can move this into hours. So it'll be a 17th. That Mars moves into Virgo on June 17th on the East Coast. I have it in Manhasset, New York. Let's move this in a minute back a couple minutes, a few minutes actually, or several minutes. All right, let's see. Let's share this again. So, Mars, we're going to go back a few more minutes, several minutes again, till we get to 0 degrees and 0 minutes. Virgo, there's Mars down here. Now it's down here. We're moved into the fourth house. um, Bear with me a little bit because this is going to take a while, because if I go into an hour, Mars will be back into Leo. So let's see. All right. And then after that, I'll be talking about Uranus moving into Gemini, because right now Uranus is at 29 degrees of Taurus on the 17th. And this is still moving ahead. Okay, well, that's interesting stuff. Now we have a square, Uranus and Mars to Uranus square before Mars moves into Virgo on the 17th, which will be an interesting thing. Our interactions and our with Uranus, the planet of invention, freedom, rebellion, the planet of the disruptor, great awakener, and sudden change with Mars in planet of action, the warrior planet, the your passion, ambition, your desire. And actually, Mars is how you move in your direction in life. Moving in, whoops. Let's see, we have 1 minute, 4:34 a.m., 4:35 a.m. on the East Coast. Mars moves into Virgo. And the sun is in Gemini at 26 degrees. And then now, yes, Mars is the next planet to change signs, because we spoke about Mercury, we spoke about Venus and Taurus, we spoke about Saturn. Well, we spoke about Saturn and Aries a long time ago, and Neptune, Jupiter in Cancer on June 9th. And on June 17th, Mars moves into the sign of Virgo, where Virgo is very detail-oriented, nitpicky. Well, it could be picky too about things. Actually, the things that you want to get done will be done in a fashion that is down to earth, hypercritical, possibly at times. And Mars, well, Mars is going to be your drive, passion, ambition will be very critical. Yeah. um, fussy, efficient. So yeah. And in the sign of Virgo, that would be, yeah. So the planet of desire, Mars in Virgo. Interesting stuff. And then we have, and then we move this into, let's move this into a day. Oh, my computer's slow today. And Uranus will enter Gemini on the July 7th on the East Coast. 4:35 a.m. around that time. Let's move this into a minute, back a minute, possibly. Approximately around 4:30-ish or something. At 4 something or 3:50. Who knows? Well, let's see. When does Uranus eggs actually move into Gemini? What time specifically? Is it on the 7th? On the 6th? Of July? Hmm. Let's see. Well, it could be the 6th, 7th of July. No, the 7th or the 8th of July. Uranus, the planet of rebellion, the planet of invention, freedom, disruption, sudden movement, anything sudden can happen. In the sign of Gemini, which is very flexible, um, inconsistent. Gemini is very sarcastic. They love knowledge to know everything, but it'll be an interesting intellectual um, freedom of communication, speech, freedom of speech. Yeah. Um, with Uranus, the planet of rebellion, the rule breaker in the sign of Gemini, the trickster. um, this should be interesting. Yeah. Um, where you're, and depending on where Gemini is in your chart, um, so if you are a Gemini, Uranus will be moving into your first house on the 7th. At around 3:47 p.m. Good Lord, in the morning, 3:47 in the morning, around there. Let's move. Yeah, at 3:47. Okay. Now that I've gone too far ahead, that's what I get for. Around 2:47-ish. And we're moving this into seconds now. So around 3:47 and 20 minutes, 20 seconds actually. 20 seconds. 3:47 and 20 seconds in the morning. We got to get this to the second. Yes, that's me. And there you go. That's the final planet that changes sign on July 7th. All planets are Well, you're Neptune, except all planets are moving direct except for Neptune and Pluto. Yay. Mercury will be in Leo at this time also. So Mercury will be moving into Cancer, which I showed you that. So Mercury, when Uranus moves into Gemini, will be in Leo. Mars will be in Virgo, and the moon will be opposing Uranus on the 7th. Some interesting times ahead, some unexpected, and we haven't seen this in 84 years. Uranus goes into goes back to to the last time. Well, the last time Uranus was in Gemini was around 84 years ago. So that's the transit of Uranus, an 84-year transit. So if you're 84 years old, Uranus, you're having your Uranus, you will be or are, if you have Uranus at 0 degrees of Gemini, you will be having your Uranus return every 84 years. So it's only once, I think, well, I don't think we can live 140 somewhat years. If anybody has lived for 148 something years, you'll have your second Uranus return. But I have not met anybody who is 184. So because 8 and 8 is 16, 7, or is 178. Yeah, if I do my math right. So 84 and 84 is 168, which I don't think so. So, and then Uranus will be getting closer. Well, your Venus is here next to Uranus. Interesting, because actually this could be a new money, unusual money um, situation or unusual relationships, uh, desires, unusual desires at this time. Uranus conjunct Venus. Possible. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So July, when we get closer to July, I will be talking about Uranus in Gemini, Mercury, well, Mars in Virgo. So this is just a little introduction to what's coming ahead for us. All this change. Uranus is a lot of change in a very mutable and communicative sign of Gemini. All right. So thanks for watching. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian. We have our little friend here. She needs a name. If anybody wants to give her a name, well, she's also for sale too. She's really cute. And I actually made the hair from yarn. And yeah. If you know anybody who's interested into buying one of these, I have this one. I have another one over there. So yeah, actually that's a side note. So okay. I'm Stephen the Jupiterian. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my channel. hit that notification bell, post a comment, share the video if you so would, if you want, so if you're inclined to do so. And thanks for watching. Okay, everybody.